the temporal lobes. Now, I'm not going to ask you for the lateral sulcus or the central sulcus because those are hard to see, but you should be able to say this is the longitudinal fissure. Okay. Down here, cerebellum, and then pons, medulla oblongata, and then you're into the spinal cord. Okay. If we flip it over, you've got your olfactory bulbs coming up to them, the olfactory tracts, optic nerve coming from your eyes, where it crosses, optic chiasm, continues into the optic tract down there, pituitary gland, pons, medulla, spinal cord. Okay, if we open it up.
Okay, can I ask you a question here? Other side.
Other side?
Yeah, because it looks like here. You say this is the palms. But
Oh,
it's
actually.
deep down there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
This right here would still be medulla oblongata.
Okay,
actually.
so the palms always over there.
Yeah, so just do it from this side. It'll be easier to see. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because over here, then the cerebellum's going to start to get, So do pons,
Okay.
see, pons, medulla oblongata, spinal
Spinal
cord.
cord.
Yeah, because you can see the separation
Yeah,
better
okay,
here. Okay,
okay.
good. Okay, over here. Okay, so frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, cerebellum. This white that you see in there, arbor vitae. Now,
What is this red
can you give me a
stuff?
probe? Yeah, a probe over there. The which stuff?
This blood. This is dead blood.
The dark is a lot of blood
No, here,
vessels in
this
there.
one.
The one with the...
No, in the container. Yeah. Great. Did you guys put your brain away yet? Yeah. Angela, did you guys put your brain away yet? Can I see your brain when you're before you put it away? So see if I can separate this out. If not, we'll grab another brain over there. Oh, great, thanks. Okay. So let me just show you on here. You can see a little bit better. So this band of white right here, that's your corpus callosum. It's sending information from one side to the other. I was trying to get it in here, but there's a little piece of tissue from this side over top of it, and it makes it hard to see, but it's right in there. It just makes it hard to see on this one. Okay. But that, not the bottom part, but right there is the corpus callosum. And even this one's not great. On some of the brains, you can see it like really, really well.
Okay.
You see it a little bit better there. Corpus callosum. Okay. Now, the diencephalon, middle part of the brain. So right here, where it's kind of roundish, is the thalamus.
Okay.
Hypothalamus is down here. Epithalamus on the back side. Okay, I'll show you how to tell that a little bit better. Let me just look at yours and see if... Yeah, okay. So here, see where it's kind of roundish right there?
Okay.
That's the thalamus.
Okay.
The way that I tell, so hypothalamus is down from it. The way I always tell that I'm in the hypothalamus is I look for the optic nerve, and where it crosses is the optic chiasm. That's the optic chiasm right there. Go straight back from it. This is the hypothalamus right here. Okay. So within the hypothalamus, see that little circle right there? That's your mammillary bodies. That's your pituitary gland right here.
So the hypothalamus contains the mammary bodies and the pituitary gland.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Now, on the back side back here would be where the epithalamus is. And on this part, you can see the pineal gland really nice. So it's not over there. It's all on this side. Okay. Shouldn't be. Should be half and half. But again, it's hard to cut it right down the middle. So thalamus, hypothalamus, optic chiasm, mammillary body, pituitary gland, epithalamus. That brown is the pineal gland. Then you go into the brainstem. The brainstem's going to start here and then come down like this. So the first part of the brainstem from here to there, that's the midbrain. Okay. This right here is the pons, medulla oblongata.
Sorry.
It's okay. Central canal.
Oh, that's the central canal. Okay.
Okay, and you can see the central canal in there. Okay. Now, up here at the midbrain. In the midbrain, you want to look for your colliculi. Right? And you can see them right here and right there. It's a little bit easier to see if you pull this dura out of the way. And it's tough here because this is one of your dural folds. That's your tentorium cerebelli right there, which I'm not going to ask you to tell me on the practical. But if you pull that down a little bit, superior colliculi, inferior colliculi. See that nicely right there. Bump, bump.
Inferior and
Superior,
inferior.
inferior colliculi.
The superior is bigger than the inferior.
Much.
Size. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now for your ventricles. Okay, so I'm going to go to this guy for a second. Okay. Your lateral ventricles, remember, are inside of here, in there, and inside this cerebral hemisphere. So, but you can feel them if you take your probe and keep it up, go in right underneath the corpus callosum, stick the probe straight back and go up. You can feel an empty space up there. Okay. The lateral ventricle doesn't have anything to do with the corpus callosum. That's just where I'm going in to feel it. Okay. The third ventricle is right around the thalamus. Right there is the third ventricle. The cerebral aqueduct is right in front of your colliculi. So it'll be right here. So that's the cerebral aqueduct right there. Fourth ventricle is in between the pons and the cerebellum. And then you go into the central canal right there. Okay. The last thing here, so the raised area are the gyri. The indentations are the sulci. And again, you can see these dark areas are blood vessels and blood in those blood vessels running through the sulci. If you take very carefully and grab a hold of here, you'll pull out or pull up the arachnoid monitor. It's real spidery looking, so it'll come up in little pieces like that. That's the arachnoid.
Okay.
The pia is so tight underneath to the brain, you cannot pull it up, but that's the arachnoid. Obviously, the dura is the thickest.
This is the thickest one.
Okay?
So the little pieces that are sticking out right there, Sam, that looks like little hangnails. Is that what you're talking about?
Let me see.
They look like little
Point me
tiny
to
pieces.
them.
Are you referring to like that stuff
That,
here?
yep, that's the arachnoid.
So the arachnoid, they're covering up in the gyres.
They go on top of the
Gyri.
gyri and into the sulci.
And
They
the sulci.
dips like that.
So where's this CSF scan between this and the brain? The rest?
Between
The dura.
that, no, subarachnoid space. So between the pia and the arachnoid. Right, so it's underneath it. Doesn't look like there's any space there, but there is.
So what's between this dura and the rest?
Between the dura and this is your subdural space. Blood vessels will dip down in there.
Okay.
Okay. Oops, I just
It
put a
looks
big
like
gouge
this
in there.
has big
Sorry.
space.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the dural folds that come in there, and blood vessels are in between these dura layers in there. Big blood vessels are inside of there, big veins. But